So you are?
Tommy,
How old are you?
11,
So how long have you been playing?
5 years.
5 years. And do you want to do it professionally? It
Yeah.
looks like you're in good shape to do it. Have you been on shows and such?
We did AGT, America's Got Talent. We didn't get on because what they really have you do is you don't go in front of the judges right away. You go into this big giant waiting room where there's thousands of people that are trying out. And then they call you in by groups. They call you into another room, and my dad was giving me a pep talk. I was 8 years old, and my dad was giving a pep talk, and these guys that were in the AGT organization, thank you, were looking around for people to interview, and they were like, they walked up on us and they were like, okay, great. They moved everybody out of the center room and we're like, okay, great, do exactly what you were doing right when I walked in on you guys. My dad started giving me the pep talk again, and then he was like, cut, and then he was like, can you say something like this? And then my dad was like, okay, and then he went, action, and then my dad used his own words and added the other guy's words in with it. And then the guy was like, cut. And he was like, can you say this? And gave my dad word for word what to say. So it's not like you're naturally speaking yourself on America's Got Talent. They actually have you what to say, exactly word for word what to say. And what they wanted my dad to do at the ending was they wanted my dad to say, okay, honey, this is what we've been shooting for, so let's do it. And then me go, okay, Dad, I love you. And then give him a hug, which is pretty fake. And then, even though he's my dad, I call him Papa. And I was like, that's weird. And he was like, well, he's your dad, isn't he? And I was like, yeah, but I call him Papa. And he was like, well, can't you just call him Dad for this one moment? And I was like, but that's weird. And he got all angry and went, fine, call him Papa. And then they called our group. And we were like, hey, that's our group. And he was like, it's okay, we'll get you in there. So at that point, my dad was like, okay, we won't even have to audition. We're getting on already. They moved everybody out of the center room to film us. And then we got in there. They took us in with the very last group after thousands of people. 8 hours. Which 8 hours to an 8-year-old kind of seems like 2 or 3 days. So long, and I'm exhausted already. So they take us into a room with the last few people, and they're like, okay, and then there's a woman, a little girl, about 8 years old, my age, and me, and I. And then this guy pokes his head in and he's like, what are you guys doing in here? We're like, they told us to come in here. They're like, no, you're not supposed to be in here. They move us into another room where there's this lady with a computer with a camera on the wall, and she says you have 90 seconds. The little girl that's 8 years old also goes up before me.
This is you, right? And you're 8?
No, this is a different little girl.
Okay, yeah.
She goes up before me, and she gets halfway through the song. She doesn't even get halfway through the song, and she burst into tears because she's so burnt out. And then it's my turn, and I go up, and they're like, you have 90 seconds. I'm burnt out too because I'm only 8 years old. I'm so burnt out. We're doing El Farol by Carlos Santana. And the first 60 seconds is bow, 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 which shows no talent. And then I was exhausted that for the solo, where it really would show talent, I only do like 4 notes, and then I go back into the bow, 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 which showed no talent at all. When we're done, they go, okay, we'll call you 4 to 5 weeks from now, and if we call you, you got in. If we don't, then you didn't get in. They never called us. We're actually kind of excited they didn't call us because we figured out by a few people that if you become famous and win off America's Got Talent, they take a nice chunk of your money. So we're just traveling and trying to become famous off of doing this.
That's very cool. And your name again is?
Tommy Ruth.
And your dad's name is?
Tom.
Cool. And do you get mixed up for being a boy, some because your name's Tommy?
Sometimes some people like these shorts I'm wearing right now. Sometimes people will be like, "You're a cute little boy," and I'll be like, "I'm a girl." Same thing happens with my little brother. He has long hair. He's a surfer dude. People will go up to him and you go, "You have beautiful girls," and then he'll be there, "I'm a boy."
That's funny.
And yeah, but a lot of times sometimes people are like, "Oh, I love it when a girl has a boy's name." Sometimes people will be like, "Well, isn't Tommy a boy's name?" I'll be like, "Yeah, but it's a unisex name." So.
I'm sure the older you get, the more it'll work well for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you. I'm going to send you a copy of this, and if you can use the link, I'd be glad to do so. I can write down your phone number. Do you have an email address?
Yeah, we do. If you take our phone number, we'll send you everything.
Okay, sounds good.
That's it right there. You have a business card. Take the picture.
11, wow. And you are?
Tom,
Nice to see you, Tom.
58.
58?
I thought you were hesitating to ask.
No, nice.
And she's my daughter.
Okay, oh,
Okay,
nice.
before you ask if she's
Okay,
my
Tommy,
granddaughter.
I thought you were a girl. You're a beautiful girl.
Thank you.
And you're incredible. Is it ukulele you were playing?
No, it's a requinto. If you ask him, he can tell you everything about it.
You can too.
Okay.
A requinto is it's a guitar, but it's higher. Okay, most Americans don't know that, but anyone in Spain or any Latin American country knows it because there are actually 4 guitars. There's bajo sexto, la guitarra, which is what we use in America, el requinto, and then la vihuela.
Okay.
We play the most common mariachi duo setup that there is, guitar and requinto.
Well, and where do you guys live?
Placentia.
Where's that? Near Valencia?
It's near Anaheim,
Anaheim?
Yorba Linda area, Santa Ana.
Thank you very much. You guys are going to be good, man. Our next song is a little rock and roll in the honor of the late great Chuck Berry.
Come on, girl.
We lost a lot of
Okay.
musicians this year.
You guys sound good.
Thank you.